Imagine a man who could leap off rooftops, crash through windows, and fight 10 men at once, and still make you laugh while doing it. That man is Jackie Chan, a true pioneer of action cinema. He built a career not just on stunts, but on heart, humor, and an unwavering commitment to his craft. From humble beginnings in Hong Kong to becoming one of the most recognized stars in the world, Jackie Chan's journey is one of pain, perseverance, and global triumph. This is not just the story of an actor. It is the story of a man who redefined what it means to be an action hero. Jackie Chan was born Chan Kong Sang on April 7, 1954, in Hong Kong, to parents so poor that his mother considered selling him to a wealthy British couple. Fortunately, she didn't, and Jackie grew up in a small servants' quarter on the grounds of the French consul's residence, where his parents worked. As a child, Jackie was full of energy, so much so that he earned the nickname Pow Pow, meaning cannonball. That energy, though troublesome at times, would become his greatest weapon. At the age of 7, Jackie's parents enrolled him in the China Drama Academy, a Peking opera school run by the strict master Yu Jim Yuen. There, Jackie trained in martial arts, acrobatics, singing, and acting, alongside future stars like Sammo Hung and Yuen Biao. The training was brutal, 12 hours a day, with little food and even less rest. Discipline was enforced through harsh punishments, but Jackie later admitted that without this foundation, he never would have survived in the film industry. What seemed like suffering at the time would eventually forge a legend. Jackie's first brush with cinema came as a child actor, appearing in small roles in Hong Kong films. But it wasn't glamorous. He was just another background performer, a kid who could tumble and fight. In the early 1970s, when Bruce Lee rose to global fame, Jackie became a stuntman on films like Fist of Fury and Enter the Dragon. In fact, Jackie took some of the hardest falls for Lee. One infamous scene involved Bruce hitting Jackie with a stick so hard that Jackie thought his skull had cracked. But instead of complaining, Jackie admired Lee's professionalism and charisma, promises himself that one day he too would command such respect. After Bruce Lee's untimely death, Hong Kong cinema searched for its next martial arts icon. Jackie was cast in lead roles, but early films trying to mold him into a new Bruce Lee flopped. Jackie realized something crucial. He could never out-Bruce Bruce. He needed to be himself, funny, clumsy, and daring. Jackie revolutionized martial arts films by combining comedy with breathtaking stunts. Movies like Snake in the Eagle's Shadow and Drunken Master broke box office records in Hong Kong, redefining the genre. Audiences loved the idea of a hero who wasn't perfect. Jackie's characters were flawed, often cowardly at first, but always brave when it mattered. He was willing to look ridiculous on screen if it meant getting a laugh. Unlike traditional stoic kung fu heroes, Jackie bled, got hurt, and made mistakes. And this made him real. Behind the scenes, Jackie was pushing himself further than anyone thought possible. He performed his own stunts, often refusing wires or special effects. He once said, "I never want people to leave the theater saying it's fake. I want them to know I really did it." That philosophy would become his signature. Jackie's daredevil stunts came at a heavy cost. By the time he was in his 30s, he had broken nearly every bone in his body ankles, fingers, ribs, even his skull. During the filming of Armor of God in 1985, a stunt went horribly wrong when he jumped from a wall to a tree branch. The branch snapped, and Jackie fell head first onto a rock, fracturing his skull and requiring emergency surgery. Part of his skull was replaced with a metal plate. Most people would have retired, but Jackie was back on set within months, determined to keep going. Despite the risks, Jackie insisted on performing bigger and crazier stunts. In Police Story, 1985, he slid down a pole covered in electric lights, burning his hands and nearly breaking his back. Yet he did it in one take, cementing the film as a classic of action cinema. These stunts were not just spectacle. They were proof of Jackie's unrelenting willpower. By the late 1980s, Jackie was a superstar in Asia, but breaking into Hollywood was a different challenge. His first attempts, like The Protector, 1985, failed to capture his unique style. American directors didn't know how to use him. It wasn't until Rumble in the Bronx, 1995, released in the U.S., that Jackie finally broke through. The film, though low budget, showcased his humor and stunt work, becoming a surprise hit. But the real turning point came with Rush Hour, 1998, alongside Chris Tucker. The buddy cop comedy was a massive success, spawning sequels and turning Jackie into a household name in the West. Hollywood audiences finally embraced him, not just as a martial artist, but as a comedian and actor with universal appeal. Jackie Chan was no longer just a Hong Kong star or a Hollywood novelty. He was a global icon. His films appealed to audiences across cultures because they combined action, comedy, and heart. He received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and became one of the highest-paid actors in the world. Yet, Jackie never forgot his roots. He continued making films in Asia, balancing blockbuster hits with smaller projects that allowed him to showcase different sides of his talent. Outside of acting, Jackie became a philanthropist, donating millions to education, disaster relief, and wildlife conservation. He even pledged to leave most of his fortune to charity, rather than his son, believing in self-reliance. His generosity matched his ambition, proving that Jackie wasn't just a hero on screen, but in real life as well. Even as he gained global wealth and fame, Jackie stayed deeply connected to his fans. He often met with crowds personally, shaking hands, signing autographs, and reminding everyone that he considered himself a regular guy who just worked hard to make people happy. As Jackie aged, the physically demanding stunts took a toll. He began shifting toward more dramatic roles, such as in Shinjuku Incident, 2009, where he played against type in a dark, violent crime drama. In The Foreigner, 2017, Jackie delivered one of his most powerful performances, showing audiences he could be as intense and serious as any dramatic actor. Even as he slowed down his action work, Jackie remained active in cinema, producing, directing, and mentoring young talent. He understood that his era of death-defying stunts could not last forever, but his influence on cinema would never fade. What's more, Jackie began using his platform to speak about the film industry itself, urging Asian cinema to innovate, adapt, and push boundaries so the next generation of stars wouldn't just copy him, but surpass him. Jackie Chan's legacy is unparalleled. He is one of the few actors whose name is recognized in virtually every country on earth. He has appeared in more than 150 films, inspired countless performers, and left behind a body of work that spans comedy, drama, and action. His unique style has influenced everyone from Hollywood stuntmen to martial arts students worldwide. But perhaps Jackie's greatest legacy is his philosophy: to entertain with honesty, to risk everything for authenticity, and to never forget the power of laughter. He proved that you don't need to be perfect to be a hero. You just need courage, persistence, and heart. Today, younger generations who weren't even alive during his rise still watch his films, proving that Jackie's influence isn't bound by time. His energy, charm, and daring spirit continue to inspire millions. Jackie Chan is more than an actor, more than a stuntman. He is a symbol of resilience, creativity, and boundless energy. From his childhood in poverty to his rise as a global superstar, his life story is one of grit and inspiration. He has made us laugh, made us gasp, and made us believe in the impossible. Jackie once said, "Don't try to be like Jackie. There is only one Jackie. Study yourself, be yourself." And maybe that's the ultimate lesson he gives us: to face life's challenges with courage, humor, and the determination to always get back up, no matter how hard the fall. This has been Bio Vault. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of the icons who shaped our world.